And camera's rolling. You have 83 minutes.
Recorded.
Look at 83 minutes. Let's try and do 1 hour.
Yeah, you know what? I believe in us. And
I can't get over him wearing sunglasses.
Y'all, Adam is pulling a Mookie Betts on us. And he goes, wait, I have to get ready. And we're like, what do you have to do? He literally pops out these sunglasses. He's wearing sunglasses. And then I was singing,
No, he took off his regular glasses.
Oh, yeah.
And
he
then
wears regular
replaced
glasses.
them
That's a fact
with the
about Adam.
sunglasses and just sat back and felt real cool. Do you feel like Mookie Betts?
No, I can't bowl 300.
It's the bowling. It's not the baseball stardom, legend that he is. It's the bowling he must compare himself to. What do you bowl? Because you are a bowler.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather not say in the pod.
Why?
You're bad.
I'm not bad. I just...
We also have...
Feeling self-conscious here, are we?
Ron here with us today.
We have two-faced Ron.
We got Ron, the director.
Mr. Shelton.
And Ron, the baseball player.
Mr. Red Wings himself.
Mm-hmm.
Which is so cool. Do you like...
You know what? The sunglasses will match Adam today.
I think that feels appropriate. Do you like my hair? I'm channeling Molly, and I was like, we're just going to go straight air dry today and let her rip.
It looks great.
We're letting her rip, so this is true nature. So I was like, okay, I'm going to channel Molly.
You've got perfect curls happening. I've been wearing a hat all day, so I had to continue with the hat today.
I like the hat, though. You look very, sporty chic.
Yes.
Which I feel like is maybe what you were going for.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go from daytime, little work outfit, then put on some sneaks and a hat and go to a Dodger game.
Ready. Which, by the way...
We're both going this weekend.
Yeah, I'm going Friday night. And you're going
Saturday. It's actually a day game.
It's a day game.
Well, it's at 4.
Those ones always throw me off because Saturday day games are rare. It's always Sunday it's a day game. So when a Saturday one happens, I'm like, wait, what? It throws me for a loop. And I'm like, how do I plan my day?
Hot.
Oh, it's going to be brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I will be with you in spirit on that one. I'm going to be on the west side selling Nick's stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You want to know how I am going to the game on Saturday?
How?
Well, we have a big fan of our podcast. His name is Alex Weiser. And if you ever go to the farmer's market,
The Santa Monica one? Mm-hmm. Oh, do you go most Wednesdays?
Well, Weiser Family Farms is him.
I had no idea.
Mm-hmm. So I know him, and he loves our podcast.
Oh, that is so freaking cool.
He called my sister and said he's been listening to every episode.
Thank you, Alex.
And references we make, he knows.
Yeah.
He's like, I talked about my sister, he knows her. And anyway,
he's like,
I guess someone that works for the Dodgers is a big fan of his produce. And he traded melons for Dodger tickets.
Stop. Look, melons for tickets.
And my sister's birthday is on Sunday, and although she is not a fan.
Wait, she's going to go again?
Can you believe it?
Oh, wow. That's commitment.
I know.
She must love you.
Yes.
That and she wants the chicken nuggets.
Yep.
Or the chicken strips, whatever it is
she wants
gets.
the PB&J.
Okay, finally. I need someone who can get the PB and B or whatever. Peanut butter banana.
Yeah. I have no idea where the seats are, but I'm excited.
It's okay. Mine aren't anything fancy, I think, because we didn't pay a whole ton for them. We're going with Nick's work. So a bunch of finance folks and myself will be going to a game, and I have to not forget my book, which is in my office, so that we can keep score. But prior to the game, I am going to I'm going to get to see a friend, my dear friend, Mr. Robert Kraft, not the Robert Kraft of the Patriots.
Mm-hmm. Another Robert Kraft.
But a different Robert Kraft. He is a very incredibly accomplished music executive who, just Google him. He's done so many incredible things. So we were catching up because he's there. Him and his wife are moving. And his last hurrah, he's going to the game on Friday. But he's not just sitting anywhere and in any seats.
Where's
he's
he
going to
sitting?
be right behind Dodger dugout. Yeah. And
maybe he'll even get a seed thrown at him.
he probably will. He's literally going
That's a new goal for this year. Catch a seed at a Dodger game. That's a question for our fans. Has anyone had any seeds trickle off the dugout onto them?
Did they make their way back far enough for when they're thrown in the face? Like, did any people on the side, did they ever, like, meander on over?
Oh, this is already making me mad about no one throwing seeds at Teo
For Teo when he
All-Star
went
game,
home.
but
Yeah.
we're not there yet.
We're going to get to that because we both have a little bit of beef. We love our boys, but we have a little beef
A lot of beef.
to be given. But so Robert, he is telling me all about this. So do you know this woman? Her name is Roz Wyman. Have you ever heard of her?
No.
Okay. So
Roz.
way back
That's a cool
when,
name, though.
yeah, right? I think it might be for Rosalind or something.
Roseanne?
No, I Googled this earlier, but now I've forgotten. But she goes by Roz
Gosh,
Wyman.
everything makes me think of a Friends episode. Anyway, continue.
Yep. She was married to a guy named Bob. He had a lawyer. He was a lawyer. He had a law firm.
Okay.
She was the first. I'm pretty sure she was the first and only female in that time selected as a part of the Los Angeles City Council. And she's a huge reason for getting the Dodgers out here from Brooklyn into Chavez Ravine. And granted, I do think there was maybe some displacement of people when Chavez Ravine kind of stuff happened, but it was this mass part of land and things were run down. And she was the one who advocated and called up George and everything to get him out here. And in the deal being done for the stadium, their family, the Wyman family, was given 8 tickets behind Dodger dugout in perpetuity, for life.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That's amazing.
And so she passed away 2 years ago at the age of 92 or something. She was up there.
So there's an open ticket.
Oh, God, I wish. No, it went down to her kids. But one of her best friends was this woman named Jeannie, who is a surrogate mom type to Robert.
Okay.
My friend.
Okay.
And Jeannie.
I was wondering
still
when
here.
Robert would come back in the story.
Yeah, right. Long roundabout road, but we got there.
Okay.
But Jeannie was friends with Roz, lived in Roz's back house, and Roz's kids split the tickets with Jeannie. So I think Jeannie gets 2 or 4 or something. And she invited Robert to the game. So Robert and his lovely wife, Beth, are going to be sitting in the seats with Jeannie in what used to be Roz Wyman, the woman who partly is responsible for the Dodgers being out here, seats.
Wow. That's so cool.
Isn't that crazy?
So you have to go down and meet them.
I'm going to go down and say hello. So I will get to meet Jeannie, and I'll tell you all I learn about her on Friday.
Yes.
But
That's
that
amazing.
said,
Wow.
welcong back to Talk Dodgers. Long
Welcome
intro.
back, guys. Talk
Long
Dodgers to
intro.
me.
Episode 16.
16.
Oh, because 15 was a very fun episode.
Let's talk about it.
And it's out now, so
You're right.
We can talk about it.
Guys, we got
come a week later.
2 of the Dodger wives on.
That was so cool. Such a fun experience to get to sit with them and just pick their brains, learn more about them and the guys and just the organization.
So sweet. They were so well spoken and just
very
open and friendly.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I think they liked coming to the office and
I think they had fun looking around we have a lot of
I
fun
thought they did
memorabilia that I don't know if I'm even allowed to show you, but it's outside the doors. Anyway, it's
a lot of
it was fun.
nods
to
to all the movies that they've done.
Yeah. Nods to every movie that your childhood was probably made up of.
And go see Twisters.
Cool. Yeah. We're gonna plug that bad boy, but no, please do.
I don't think it needs any plugging.
No, look, Universal is back in that movie. They are
Guys, we all
pushing
saw
it, and I love
together.
it. We did. Please do go see it. It is actually
I loved
very
it.
fun. I'm gonna go see it again. Also, the more you go watch it, the better our bonuses.
Not me, but
Yeah, sorry, Melissa.
it'll keep the building open and
Yeah.
allow me to continue to come here.
It'll keep the podcast alive inadvertently.
The movie was great though. The music, the acting.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. They did a good job. So that was fun. We got to see that, which also cool thing that happened that night, and we'll see what we can do. But remember, there was a potential connection to Shohei in which I don't
Okay.
think we should give it away.
Okay,
But
you're right.
man,
How did she sneak out before I caught
How
her?
did we? Yeah, right. It's like, so maybe we'll have a cool guest on the show one day if we can do some finagling and behind the scenes of making some connections. But until then, we had Molly and Kayla, and that feels like pretty incredible moment. And I'm proud of us.
Yeah.
Well done.
It's nice to ask all the questions I've been wondering and learn about what it's like for them.
Yeah. It was fun to hear them say, like, you know, the guys want them to like get to be doing their own thing too, because I do think you see a lot of you expect that there's a lot of sacrifice on their end, and there absolutely is. But the fact that they don't just have to give up all the things that they maybe have wanted to do or pursue, and like whether it's like, you know, Kayla and these aspirations that she's, you know, has and honestly is accomplishing. She's, as we learned, you know, cooler and more notable than even Alex is. It seems. And she truly is. We don't know Alex, but we know Kayla now, and Kayla's pretty freaking cool. And so talented, and like just to see her diving into that and, you know, being able to take that on, and
she's such a natural
create a
too.
platform.
They're both such
herself.
badass, strong women.
Yeah. And then Molly, clearly she went to all that schooling, so it's nice to be like, no, you don't have to just give that up. It's like, look, you took the lemons that were Gavin's injury and ended up working at the place.
Was able to help him through it. I love that they're supporting the girls just as much as the girls are supporting them.
Absolutely.
So props to Alex and Gavin. But Kayla
sound
and Molly
like
are
good
now,
dudes.
we can call them our friends now. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say we're friends.
Cool.
We'll say hi to the next game. So.
Yeah. I wonder if either are going on Saturday.
You have to ask.
So we're playing the Red Sox this
We are
weekend.
playing the Red Sox, which I'm stoked. And actually,
I can't take him seriously back there.
I'm ignoring him back there. You know what actually is interesting, because we've had this whole debate on social media about, like, would you ever wear a hat that's not your own?
Lots of comments on that one.
So my answer is no, and it's still no, obviously present day. And I don't own any other hats besides baseball wise. I only own my Dodger hats. I obviously have some like Alabama hats that are
Did you see my mom's
football
comment?
related. No, what did your mom say? I did see her comment that said you're beautiful.
She's so sweet.
So that was fun.
She wrote, I wear all the hats. When I'm at Wrigley, I wear a Cubs hat. When I'm at Yankee Stadium, I wear a Yankee hat. When I'm at Dodger Stadium, I wear a Dodgers hat.
Your mom is solely by herself sponsoring and supporting the MLB
All the
shop.
teams. All the teams.
It's a lot of hats. She's 32 hats in her closet.
She does have a lot.
But I was gonna say though, I couldn't always say that, because I did used to own a Red Sox hat. Fun fact.
What?
It was like 14 years ago.
When did the Red Sox come into your life?
I took a trip to Boston.
Oh.
It was before, it was like when I very first had moved here, and I was in Boston, and Boston was cool, and I got to go to a game at Fenway. So it was fun. And I was like, oh great, I'll get a hat so I could wear it at the game. So I had a hat. I got rid of it like some point within the last 14 years. But I at one point did own a different hat. No longer. So
I did have some Yankee
like
hats
it's okay.
back in the day, but you know,
Yeah.
being from New Jersey, Boston is just like
oh, it's a no-no.
no. And same with LA, because we have such a
Yeah.
rivalry with like the Lakers Celtics.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah,
the
no.
Dodgers
I would
and Red
never wear
Sox
it
are friends. They trade to each other all the time.
to a lot of trades with them. I feel like that's a very cordial, like, yes, there's, you want to win and you want to beat each other, but that one feels, you know, it doesn't feel like mean or dangerous or anything.
No.
So I'm excited though for this series, because Netflix is doing I wonder if this will be a part of it.
Kenley talked about it.
Well, Netflix is doing a show
About the
like,
Red
following
Sox.
the Red Sox this season. So, wonder if our Dodger boys will make the.
You think
Make
they're traveling with them? Yeah, probably.
I mean, they're
they're
in
gonna
LA.
want the Dodgers in there.
And it's LA. They're gonna want Shohei.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Who doesn't?
We'll see if he wants to be on it. Kenley Jansen did go on Foul Territory and talk about the show.
Oh, he did.
He's like,
Okay.
they're annoying. I don't want to be a part of it.
Is what he said.
But they also asked him if he would want to retire a Dodger.
And he said yes.
And he said yes.
Yeah,
And there's been a lot of talk
Kenley wants
about
to
him.
come back. How do you feel about him coming? Like to say that was going to happen or could happen, or was a possibility.
Well,
How do you feel
watching
about
all the injuries that are happening right now,
Mm-hmm.
watching Evan Phillips not be as sharp as he has been, and he's technically our closer.
I know he was a part
I
of
think
that.
we might need him.
Giving up the game the other night.
Dodger fans are very up and down with Kenley Jansen. I like him. I like him
Yeah.
as a person.
Well, yeah, okay. Love him as a person.
He's doing really well this year.
He is, and the thing is, like, when he's great, he's great.
Yeah.
Like,
But I'm always nervous when he's up.
yeah, like his cutter slayed the game for so long. It was the best thing around, and nobody could hit on him.
You know, he was originally a catcher.
I think I did know that.
Can you imagine him? He's huge.
That's a big catcher. I mean, they talk about squats.
And he had a crazy arm, so they
were like,
turned
nope,
him into a pitcher.
get out of that
Like,
position.
I
You're coming
think
over
while
here.
he was in the major leagues. Or in
Really?
the minor leagues.
Okay, I don't think I know that part.
Did you know
What?
that Clayton Kershaw's first start in the minor leagues, he was throwing to
Kenley Jansen?
Kenley Jansen
Really?
as a catcher?
I love that.
Did you
That's
know?
a great fact.
Did you know that Paul Skeens also was a catcher?
I did not know
I
that.
did know that. I learned that this All-Star.
During the All-Star game?
Yeah, he
Nice.
mentioned it.
Yeah,
I liked
him
learning about him.
and Lee. Look, he's come in, guns a blazing.
He already seems like he's just so cool.
Yeah.
He's
Like, he's
not
kind of,
too
like, fell into
excited.
his
He's
role.
not. He's a perfect major league
It's fun.
player.
It's fun to see somebody who is expected to be so good coming in actually living up to that, which is pretty cool. So I
Besides
like
the
it.
mustache.
The mustache doesn't do it for me.
How old is he?
Like
24?
12. No, I think it's like what, 22. He played at LSU.
He looks a lot older
so
than
maybe
he is.
he's 23. How old is he?
I'll look it up.
What's
If you could
what's
see
Mr. PS over there, Mr.
Paul
Skeens.
Skeens. Yeah. You know, I get him confused with Scooble.
Scooble? Scooble?
From the Tigers.
Tariq Scooble. Am I saying that right, Adam?
I don't know. Paul Skeens is 22 years old.
He's 22.
I was right. 22.
He's a baby.
Look, they look like kids.
He doesn't act like a kid.
Also, I will say he's not past his like cystic
I
acne
know.
phase, which is also
I
partly
wasn't
why
gonna
I was
bring it
like
up.
he's 22 because you're a kid. You're not. It hasn't finished developing yet. You're
I
not
could
done.
give him some
you're
skincare
like-
tips.
25 when that happens.
When I was younger and first moved to LA, I've always been really into skincare.
Oh yes.
But I couldn't afford the products I wanted. And in every magazine, it said that all the celebrities were using a brand called La Mer.
Oh yeah.
So I would go,
You would save up.
no, I would go to Bloomingdale's or Nordstrom or wherever they sold it
I know where
and
this is
go in
going.
and ask for samples.
Yep.
And use the samples until they ran out and then go back and do it over again. And I did that for years.
Honestly, that's a pretty brilliant move. That's a business savvy move
Like,
right there.
I'd really like to try this.
You know, I
I've
wanna-
heard such great things.
Yeah, like, I want to make sure this is worth me spending my money on. I've only done this 17 times.
But I would have to make sure that it wasn't the same person working.
True, you have to,
Or
go
go to
all
different
around
locations.
the city. I have to run an errand. Oh, where are you going? Oh, just to Carson real quick. I need to go get some free skincare.
Get my products.
I'm dead.
Yep.
But yeah, so it's fun to see him playing well. Mm-hmm. Maybe we can send him some skincare products. When we get sponsors on this podcast one day,
Allie's on it.
I'm on it. Guys, I'm down. I'm ready for sponsorships. Send us stuff. We'll talk about it. I want some Element up in here. Let's get some electrolytes. That's sports related too. And
Okay.
also we all need to be
We can
having-
add some into
Look,
our...
I'm already
We're always
promoting.
drinking things.
We are.
Sparkling water in our Dodgers cup.
Exactly.
Oh,
Today's just tea.
Okay, Allie, you and I
needed
both
tea.
have to get more cups
Okay.
this weekend.
I will do my best to remember that.
I wish we were getting a bobblehead this weekend. Also, who do you think's pitching Friday and
No
Saturday?
bobblehead day. It hasn't been announced yet, has it?
I know.
Considering our entire pitching staff is on the IL. Who is pitching? Is a grand question. Oh, so that goes back to the Kinley thing, though, he's so good, but then there's moments where he is frustrating. And I do think that that's the hard part. Like, I'd love to see him retire as a Dodger, you know? I love the guy, and he spent so many years with us that it does just feel synonymous. Mm-hmm. But I also want to think, like, what's best for the organization, and is there, you know, I'd love for that to happen, but I also want it to be a good move that we're making so that, you know, we're doing what's going to be best for us and for the team, and ultimately trying
That's
to win
a really tricky
championships.
one.
So it's a little tough, but I love him. And if he can be on and like have a great season, I'd love for him to retire his last season just killing it with us.
They talk about how when the Dodgers get a player, you know, new atmosphere or whatever, and also playing for the Dodgers organization, it brings something out in the player. So I wonder if the Dodgers wanting him back, like him being here where he's in him. Exactly. I wouldn't be mad at it.
What do you think happens?
And I think we could use him right now.
Agreed, but what do you think happens if he comes back and then
he's going to get a lot of hate from Dodger fans.
Great. He's going to get a lot of boos, and I just don't want that for him.
He already knows.
I know,
which
but
sucks.
I hate the boos. I get it, but I do hate when people boo our own players. It does bother me. Except for, I do think we have a little bit of booing to do to a few of our players. We still love you guys, but...
You already want to go there?
We don't have to. But it felt like a really
good lead-in. Well, I was
going to
say, there's another former Dodger who made it known that he would be happy to come back to the Dodgers. And that's Rich Hill, Dick Mountain.
Dick Mountain, come on back.
So which I mentioned in an episode early on, he chose not to play the first half so he could be with his kids and be the coach for one of his kids' little league.
Love that. Because how old is he? I'm just going to guess.
40?
Like 42?
40, yeah, something like that.
I'm throwing 42 out. I'm already on a roll. I got Paul right with 22. We're going 42.
So he talked to David Vassay, and I think the episode comes out tonight, actually, but a little clip has surfaced. And he said he would be very open to a reunion with the Dodgers.
I'd take that.
You think?
I think because I feel like you could probably get it for pretty cheap. Mm-hmm. Get it. Not like it's not low-hanging fruit, but like we clearly have a lot of people injured right now.
I'd be okay with that too.
And
Kirsch, he's a good friend of Kirsch, and like familiar with everyone.
Yeah, knows the...
We need pitching. We desperately need pitching.
Yep.
Rich Hill is 44 years old.
I was so close.
And in 2013, I'm going to redo this.
You can't see because of the sunglasses.
In 2023, he had an ERA of 5.42. So, just saying.
Well, maybe
I'm
less
had
optimistic
him be
about
a bullpen guy
him coming back. That's my thought. Is like have him just come and do a few innings, do an inning, 2.
Do you think starters are always open to becoming bullpen guys? Because I think I watched an interview with Chris Sale, and he said the day he's not a starter is the day he retires.
I think not always, but I do think it depends on how much you want to keep playing. Mm-hmm. And are you more of a, I want what's best for the team and I want to win versus...
If you have an ego or not?
Well, not just the ego, but you're like, no, I'm a starter, and then when I'm not a starter, I'm done. Like, I don't think it has to be an ego per se. That's your philosophy on life, I guess. Some people it might be ego, but other guys may just be like, I want to see this team win. I want to do what I can to contribute in that way, and therefore,
I like those guys.
I'm gonna bend and move and shape. I mean, we've seen Mookie do it a ton.
I think our whole team is like that.
Yeah. You are, yes, you're incredibly talented and you may play one role way better than another, but you fill in where it's absolutely necessary to get to the end goal, which is a championship.
Yeah. I didn't realize that Bryce Harper was only meant to temporarily be at first base after he got Tommy John surgery, and he was an outfielder.
Yeah, he was an outfielder for a long time.
And now he's staying at first base.
Look, you got to pivot sometimes. Injuries happen. You gotta shift.
Did
and
you see
adjust.
his cowboy outfit?
I did like his
I
cowboy
really
outfit.
like him. And guys, I'm a little
He's
upset with
fun.
our Dodgers, and
He's
I'm
fun.
really into the Phillies right now.
She is, although I'm not into the fact that they swept us like kind of bad.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Like,
however,
we love Trey, but Trey, you could have gone a little easier on us, bro.
okay, guys, did you hear Molly say how excited Gavin was to see Trey during the Philly series? And then not only did Trey get a grand slam on the first game, he was just on fire the entire series.
He kind of wiped the floor with us.
He really did. So I don't know how happy Gavin was about all of that.
I'll have to ask Molly.
Yeah. But I thought that was funny that she said that. And
then 2 seconds later, it's like, oh no.
But don't you feel like
Yeah.
when you're playing your former team, it gives you a little...
It gives you a little extra.
little
But I
angry
also
win.
wonder if you're someone like Gavin. It's like, yeah, you want to win those games. You don't want to lose. But you also, there's got to be a part of you that's excited for your friend.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have to imagine...
Not when you're playing them.
Well, no, not maybe in that moment, but, you know, I don't know. I think it's got to be bittersweet. It's both and. Like, you're happy they did well, but you're also unhappy that they did well against you.
Yes.
You know?
Well, baseball is a crazy thing because then they play the Oakland A's and lose 18-3.
And that's the beautiful game of baseball right there. You win some, you truly lose some.
Mm-hmm.
And
18-3?
look,
Wow.
different game every day. You might think that they're the best team in baseball, and then they lose badly to a bad team.
I think what stood out to me, though, in the Phillies series and in watching the Phillies players just together during the All-Star game is how great of friends they are.
Yeah.
How
There's a lot
much
of
they
camaraderie.
support each other and how much they all seem to just have that hunger to win. And they're just really on the same page. And that was the difference between their team and our team, I thought, when we played them.
Well, and they're one of the best teams in baseball right now, and it shows.
Yeah,
Minus
exactly.
the athletics game.
Yeah, just that one.
Just that one. But no, I mean, they really have a gel going on, and you can tell the camaraderie between them.
Alex
is
Bohm
palpable.
had a bat with every player's number on his team on it. And another one of them had a belt with everybody's number. And they're just, I love that.
They're very supportive of each other.
And that's what I like to see. I don't like to see Freddie, Will, and Shohei leave the home run derby before their teammate is finished winning in the final round.
Freaking Teo won the whole thing. First Dodger to ever win the home run derby.
Teo
by
is
the
having
way.
a year, isn't he?
We love Teo. That was a good trade.
We're obsessed with Teo.
That trade,
We could talk about him the whole episode.
stellar. This whole episode is just about Teo. What?
Did he get traded to them?
What?
Yes.
What are
I
you
thought he just
talking
signed
about?
outright.
I don't know.
What are you talking about, Adam?
Or whatever. Whether it's a trade or whether we signed him.
Teo?
Like, yeah. Maybe it wasn't. I thought it was a
Yeah,
trade.
remember Shohei
with,
even reached out to him?
with
Like,
Seattle.
hey,
But
you want to
tell
come
me
to
if
the
I'm
Dodgers?
wrong or not.
No.
We signed him. He was a
signed-
free agent, right?
He was a free
For
agent.
1 year.
Okay, well, we signed Teo as a free agent.
And he's definitely getting an extension.
But that, like, what?
And we're all for
What
it.
a signing. Okay? What a signing. I don't think anyone expected this out of him. And I'm just so freaking proud of him. And he looks like he's having the time of his life.
Mm-hmm.
And how much he wanted. I love that he won the home run derby because he pushed for that. He advocated so hard to
Yep.
get to play in it. I don't think he was anyone's first choice per se.
Oh, he's been wanting to be in the home run derby for years.
Even when he was with the Blue Jays. And he wanted to go when he was with the Blue Jays, and he didn't get to.
Why? Like, was he not popular enough? How does it work?
Is it voted on?
No.
No, I think it's like chosen, but I don't know if it was the same time when Vladdy was doing it. It may have been when Vladdy, and you can't have
just
more than
player
one
from each team.
And obviously, Vlad was very fun to
Well,
watch.
once Shohei didn't want to do it.
However,
he did give everyone a homer.
He
They all
did.
wanted him in the home run derby, so at least he gave them all a homer.
3-run homer, baby. So he still came through in a way.
That was a shot.
On that.
The sound on that one.
Look, the crack of that bat. Nothing more beautiful than that sound.
Did you watch the game?
I watched part of it because it started during work, and yesterday was a crazy day. So I watched all of Home Run Derby.
They had Judge and Soto mic'd up during Shohei's homer and caught both of their reactions to it.
What? How? Tell me, what was that like?
Well, Soto didn't even move, and Judge was like, "Holy shit," watching it. And then the broadcasters were like, "We got your reactions, guys.
We need that on loop around here." But no, I just love the fact that Teo wanted to do it so badly, and he had to battle every step of the way in that home run derby. Like, he was almost out of it every single round. Like, he was the fourth one that made it in, just barely. And then every time I was like, oh, I want him to keep going, but I was like, oh man, like, he didn't hit enough. He's not gonna make it past this round. Little pessimistic me over here. And I'm so glad he proved me wrong. He was on cloud 9, and then to see Vlad so excited for him and to give him the chain. So it did make me very sad that
thank you to Vladdy,
our 3 dudes
Jr.
left. Yeah.
For making up for our team leaving.
Tyler stayed, so we
love Tyler.
We gotta give
Teo
props
and
to that.
Tyler are our favorites right now.
TTs. And like we still obviously love Shohei and Freddie and Will, but
not
like, guys,
right now.
No, I still love them, but I'm disappointed in them, which I think is worse than being angry at times. It's like,
you're right.
I'm
very
disappointed that they wouldn't have. And like, sure, we don't know the reasons and excuses. We kind of know the reasons, but like, it's still an excuse a little bit because like all the other players stayed around for their teammates.
All the Phillies were there,
and so the fact that like our guys didn't. It's
a bad look.
It bums me out.
And everyone's talking about it. So
I know, and it bums me out because it's like, guys, like, where were you?
Where were they to throw the sunflower seeds at Teoscar when he won the home run derby? Because what a moment that would have been.
Because he started that fun trend for you.
Mm-hmm. But it was great to see Tyler there, and Shohei's interpreter was there.
Yeah.
Tyler said that every break that Teo took, he would say, "All right, I'm gonna hit 6 more right now," and he would do it every time. He would just like say what he was gonna do and go and do it.
Oh, it was so
he was
fun
locked
to watch.
in. I will say it did feel very long. The home run derby.
I feel like it. No, not to me. I mean, I've watched in years past, and it's definitely been longer.
Because they switched it up a little bit.
They did switch it up. But the year before went longer. Because was last year the year when it was like the amount of back and forth OTs? That was a crazy one. That one was fun. I don't know if that was last year or the year before. Did you watch it, Adam?
I thought it peaked with the national anthem. So.
Oh my
let's talk about it.
The national y'all. I don't even know who that artist is. First off,
she is a Grammy-winning artist.
Okay, well look, I don't know who people are, but
I think it was worse than Fergie's.
It was so no. I legitimately didn't realize she was like a proper singer. I just kind of thought she was someone they allowed to do this. Who's like, I don't know, like a hometown hero person. Like sometimes they're like, here's a Make-A-Wish thing, and this person really wants to sing the national anthem. You go, girl. Because there was moments where I was
the
just like...
Make-A-Wish person gets drunk before singing the national
I didn't know she was drunk until afterwards. I just thought she wasn't a very good singer at first. I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening with this person's voice? I like felt bad because it was really cracky and like couldn't get there. And I was like, oh, okay, just be kind.
How
be kind.
None
like,
of the players started laughing.
I didn't realize she was an actual singer until afterwards, and then that she was drunk and checked herself into rehab.
Do you think she actually did or just wrote that?
I mean, I hope she did.
Because her statement was like, I was drunk last night. Sorry. I love our country. I'm going to check myself into rehab. Heard it's really fun there. Bye.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear the last. I never actually saw the full statement, but that sounds very condescending.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know who this person is, and I'm going to continue to not know who she is. Because I'm okay to not go listen to her music. he had to look at the camera to see if he could see something. He had to take his glasses
Yep.
off so he could look. And they put him right back on because he had to maintain the bit.
That was funny, Adam.
Oh, God.
Adam went to a new ballpark.
You did. How was your trip? How was your ballpark party experience?
Cubs won.
Tell us
Milwaukee.
where you went.
Miller Park, which I will not say what the name of it is actually, because it's always going to be Miller Park to me. Miller Park was nice.
Isn't it All-American Ballpark? Or am I thinking of a different one?
It is something. It's not All-American Ballpark. It's like American Family Field.
Oh, American
something.
Guarantee Family Field or one?
No.
whatever.
There's
Did they
two.
change the
Yeah.
name from Miller?
When they change the names, I get it. New companies buy things and then the name changes, but it drives me crazy because then I remember them of the stadiums of
Like
old.
the Staples Center?
Yes, I'm sorry.
I am not
it's
calling
Staples.
it
It's always forever.
crypto.com.
It's forever Staples. I'm sorry, crypto. It's no, go away. You're not the name.
Nope.
Same thing with for me, the Tiger Stadium. Your hat currently is Kaminsky
He's wearing
Park.
the hat again, guys.
It's Kaminsky Park in my mind, but it's not that anymore. It's a new name now, but it.
Hold on. I think you're getting these mixed up.
Oh wait, no, that's not the Tigers. I'm thinking of
Adam,
the White Sox. My
tell
bad.
us about it.
Well,
But the White Sox are Kaminsky Park, and that will forever be that in my mind. But they've changed their name too. The name changes kill me.
So Comiskey Park was rebuilt, and they named it. It was originally something else, but now it's American Guaranteed Rate Family. It's American
American Guaranteed Rate Family Field.
No, it's American Guarantee Rate Field or something like
I
that.
think all
and
of them
then,
should be named after Dodger Stadium.
And then
Yankee Stadium.
I'd
and
never
then
get the
Miller
games wrong
Park,
when I do that.
Miller Park became American Family Field, I believe. Which again,
That's it.
Miller Park. It's Miller Park.
Miller
Miller
Park.
Park was nice.
Ah, nice.
Cubs
it?
won.
So oftentimes,
Nice,
I'll play,
that's all we're getting?
Look,
What'd you eat?
What more do you expect
What'd you
from the man?
do? Okay, you said the Cubs won.
I ate a hot dog and I watched the game. That's what I ate and that's what I did.
Were you happy? Did you
The
feel
Cubs
emotion
won. I was happy.
at all?
The Cubs won. I was happy.
Did you have
Who'd
a
you
friend
go
there?
with?
Did you talk to anyone?
I went with my brother.
Oh,
Well, we learned a little bit more in the process of
did you wear a
interrogating
Cubs
him.
jersey? Whose jersey did you wear?
Oh yeah,
I wore a Cubs hat.
and a T-shirt.
I'm sorry. I wore a T-shirt. I wore a Cubs T-shirt.
No hat.
No hat.
Let the locks just flow.
I did.
Okay.
And that's about all we'll get from
And
Adam.
that's all she wrote, guys. Anywho, but no. Speaking of names of fields, though, they're on the MLB app. They have a lot of fun games on the MLB app. So if you don't partake, you all should because it's a good time and you learn a lot of things when you're doing it. But they have one of the games where it's how many stadium names can you get correct? But it doesn't. It puts a ton in there and you have to match it to the team, like which team plays at which field and the name of the field specifically.
Ooh, we should do that game one day.
Oh, we should. It's very fun. I've still yet to get all 32 correct because of the fact that we just talked about where they put in names of the old stadiums in there and sometimes they'll get real sneaky and they'll put in the name of a stadium that is another sport like football, and so they'll put a football stadium's name in there, and you're like,
just to trick you?
Just to trick you, and it's very annoying because I want to call it the old ones, and I don't realize that they've changed the name to, American Family Field.
Don't you think?
From an older one, and I'm like,
do you
no.
agree with me that
It should
I
just
think the
be
name
after
should
the
be after
names?
the team?
Yeah, except for Wrigley. Wrigley's got to stay Wrigley.
Okay,
with the
that's really
Cubs.
the only one.
Fenway has to stay Fenway.
Okay, fine, that too.
Yankee, Dodgers, all totally work. But all the rest of them that I'm just yeah, no.
The one he just said was 8 words.
Yeah, I think there should be a limit. You can have one word. Or one or two max.
Okay, I'm cutting in. Camden Yards is a classic name for a relatively newer.
Two. And that works. 2 Camden Yards.
I don't know how to not take him Seriously, with the sunglasses on. Like, really?
Can we please post a photo of you with these sunglasses?
Can we?
No
You're
chance.
wearing a hat and sunglasses.
No chance.
Actually, you know what's great is he wouldn't know because he's not on social media.
That's true. I wouldn't, though, just because
Oh, you're a better
I
man
know
than me.
I knew he wouldn't like it. Okay.
That's kind of you to think of his feelings.
I wish
Even
I-
after what he did to you at the game that time?
Yeah, I guess.
Wow, she's really forgiven you.
Well, you know, he does the editing and
Fair. He does a lot.
is very helpful.
He does a lot for
the podcast
none.
to stay alive.
I was going to say a little, but he does a lot for none.
And
Bless.
Allie hasn't gotten us any sponsorships yet.
I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. We need you, the people, to download.
Should we get into
or
what the people
something.
wanted us to talk about?
Yeah. Speaking of the people.
Actually, let's wrap up the Home Run Derby and All-Star game.
Okay.
Any final thoughts about it? Outfits?
Yeah. Final thoughts are the fact that 10 out of the past 11 years, the AL just really has our numbers. Overall, I think it is like 48 to 44, and they have 48, we have 44.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not that horrible in the overall grand scheme, but 10 out of the past 11 years is not a great number to have lost
No.
that All-Star game. Obviously, the more important thing is the World Series, but
Yeah.
you know, there's a little pride. There's some pride in that of wanting to win that game, even though it is relatively a fun game. or
Sorry,
meant to be.
I'm a little out of the loop. Is the All-Star game still determine the home
No.
field advantage?
It
They got
does
rid of
not.
that?
They got rid of that, which I am glad.
Did you not watch it, Adam?
I did not.
I am glad that that is not the determining factor anymore. And the reason I say this, I was talking to Nick about it, is I feel like it's kind of unfair because that is meant to be a fun game. It's not necessarily meant to determine massive stakes in a thing. And home field advantage absolutely plays a role, I feel like, in playoff games and in the World Series. And if, say, the AL wins, that gives the National League a big, disadvantage, or vice versa. And the
true.
part behind that I think why I don't love it is not every single one of those teams or players that is playing on the All-Star team, not every one of their teams has a chance for the World Series. Mm-hmm. Clearly, they have to be good to be nominated to be playing in the All-Star, but there's plenty of times where, look at the Angels, for instance. Back when Mike Trout was healthy, he was
Were any Angels
always, an All-Star because he's an incredible player. But the Angels weren't ever in the running. So not that any guys would ever not play hard, but do they really have the same incentive to want to win that game as somebody whose team actually has a chance to be in the World Series and wants that home field advantage? I don't think so. And because of that, I don't think it should. I'm glad they got rid of it. I don't think it should be the determining factor. I think it should be how your team plays. So that's my soapbox.
Okay. You know who made a really good play? Trey Turner.
Look, we're still on the Trey Love Fest. You can't help to love
I
it.
love
He's still
I
great.
just like his type of, like, his game.
Yeah.
He's fast.
Yeah.
I like how
He's
he
fast.
plays.
His slides will never get old. I
The
love
best
his
slides
butter.
of all time.
His butter slides.
He's just really fun to watch.
Yeah, he is. He's really good, but like unassumingly
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
I miss having him.
I do too. He was one I really wanted to stay.
I
And
know.
imagine our
I
team,
wish we coulda
if
kept
we
him.
had him,
I know.
we wouldn't be having all these shortstop problems. However, Mookie probably wouldn't have gotten the chance to play shortstop. So
That's true.
Silver lining. Are there any trade talk you've heard of that you're into for the Dodgers?
Not that I've really heard of, but I also maybe need to look into it a little bit more. I mean,
I heard we're
previously I
calling
would
for
have never.
Crochet.
Well, I would say previously I wouldn't have said that we need anybody until all these injuries. But now with these injuries, it's like, I mean, we still have to, do well enough to get to the postseason. Yeah, hopefully we have all those guys back for the postseason.
Yeah, but we also don't even know how they're going to play
That's true.
and how much time it will take for them to get back to themselves.
Are they going to be healthy? Yeah.
We don't know what version of Kershaw we're going to get. We don't know if we're going to get Bueller back. We don't know if we're getting Yamamoto back. We don't know how Joe Kelly's going to be. I heard he's coming back after the All-Star break. Bruiser Gratterall we might be getting back.
Is Gavin Stone also hurt, or is he okay?
No, he's not hurt.
Okay, good.
He cannot get hurt.
I'm just trying to think. I'm like, who do we have left?
So the players that I've heard that we're after are Crochet.
Bobby Miller got sent down. Did you see that?
Yep.
That was kind of wild. Because he was, beginning of the season, like preseason, he was all
but
the
remember
hype.
he was on the IL?
All the rage, yeah.
And then he came back and just hasn't been sharp.
I know. But isn't that crazy? Like, you go into a season and you think the guy's going to be the guy and he's going to be a stud. And, like, now he's in
We don't have
AAA
time
again.
for him to figure it out up here. So
No.
they did the right thing. They sent
he
him
needs
back
to go
down.
figure it out in AAA.
You know, there's a trade that I've been hearing about with
What have you been hearing?
Scooble. I think we need youth.
And you like him based on the conversation.
I do. And actually, when he pitched, even though he's an incredible pitcher, one of the best right now, that's the only game we won against the Tigers.
Yeah. Because the other 2 games against the Tigers, we essentially rolled over and died and gave it to them.
It was embarrassing. We blew a 9-5 lead in the 9th inning.
In one game. And then the next game, Ramirez gave up 2 errors back-to-back.
Throwing errors.
Back-to-back.
Embarrassing.
And then they won the game because of it. They won the game on that second error.
I turned the second game on and saw we had a 9-5 lead. I'm like, oh, great. We're going to win this game. Love it. I'll put it on.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, goes back to my point that I've made on a previous podcast earlier. The game is not over until that last strike has been given. Like, till that last out, that last strike, whatever, or pop out, pop fly, whatever it may be. That last out, look, that's the beauty of baseball in ways, and I love it when we're on the opposite side of it. I don't love it at all.
I had to go back and remind myself of the
happening
win
to us.
against the Rockies just to,
to
remember
remind you of the good times.
when we were really good in the 9th inning.
Yeah.
You know, something that I heard almost
oh
every player say during the All-Star game, and it kind of is what we've been talking about this whole episode now. They really are rooting for each other to do well because baseball is so hard.
Yeah.
And how you can crush the Dodgers, one of the best teams in baseball, for an entire series, then lose an 18-3 game against the A's, who are not one of the best teams.
It's a wild card.
And be up 9-5 and lose in the 9th inning. Like, baseball is really hard.
It's really hard and it's unpredictable.
So unpredictable.
Which is why the freaking prediction thing I hate. I've made that comment before too. I don't like the prediction thing because I'm sorry, the game can turn on its head in like
Although
2
when you
seconds.
see the odds for Teoscar winning the home run derby and then he blows that away and wins, that's pretty cool.
Did you hear the commentators though? One of them, I forget who it was. One of them had picked him to like be the winner to go.
They
all the way.
did?
Yeah, and then when how he did in the first, his first go, I think they were like less optimistic about that.
Oh.
Because, he only got, what was it? It was 18, 19, the first one?
Yeah.
And
Maybe 21.
no,
Well, in
no.
After they did
max,
like the 3.
Alex Bohm
he did?
had 21.
Okay.
And one of the other dudes, but Bobby Wood Jr. Mm-hmm. I think he had 21 or he had 20. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Don't quote me. But so I think they were feeling less optimistic, but then he just kept pushing on through.
Let's talk about Dino Ebel for a second.
He is just
Because
a true
it
Dodger
wasn't
gem.
just Teo who won.
No.
It was Dino and Teo who are the first Dodgers to win the home run derby.
Yeah.
And Dino was pitching to his son the previous day in the high school home run derby.
We love Dino Ebel. We should have him on the pod.
I would absolutely love to have him on the pod.
He's just he's a legend and a Dodger staple for so long.
Albert bought him a Corvette or a blue car.
Aw.
There's a Backstage Dodgers about it.
Look, another little Albert.
To have a conversation with
Papa
him.
Albert.
Okay, he's on my list.
Yeah, we need to find some way to get Dino on this because he's synonymous, I feel like, with Dodger baseball. Mm-hmm. And I love that Teo, I want to do this with Dino.
Yep.
Like, he full on picked Dino.
And
to
Dino
do this.
did it with
He
Jock
did such a good job
years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this isn't his first rodeo, and he does a great job.
Well, they were really in tune with each other.
Mm-hmm. I will say, though, that I think what helped Teo did better on the bonus rounds. Mm-hmm. Like, he got what he needed to in the timed rounds with the pitch count. Mm-hmm. But when he was able to, like, watch the ball, see the ball, and decide...
and not be so
Can
rushed.
I hit this as a home run? He did better at that. And that I loved. Because, you know, yes, it's all for, like, swing as much as you can. But to be able to see a pitch and say, I know that's a home run. I mean, granted, yeah, he's trying to throw him pitches. Mm-hmm. I say trying. He's trying to throw him pitches that are going to be good home run, balls. But I love that he had, like, the time to be able to sync up.
Okay, so Teo, Tyler, and Dino, you are our favorites this week.
You guys are on our gold star list.
Okay, so how are you feeling about the Dodgers right now?
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't slightly worried, just because injuries have always plagued us.
They're a big old mess.
And I hate that.
I know.
I mean, and once again, I don't want to overreact. We have a whole half of a season left. And I hope that they can figure it out and people can get healthy. Also, why are there so many injuries? It's killing me.
You know, we've had more injuries and more adversity in this first half of the season than we did at all last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
But remember what Zach Parker said.
True. He wants them to...
Who was a baseball player.
Fail up until the very end.
He wants them to struggle.
Mm-hmm.
And I think... I agree with that. The more that we're fighting for it...
What are you talking about? I want perfection at all times, and I want them just to be great and never stop.
Listen, I don't even watch the highlights when they lose. I only want to see good things.
Well, that's not helpful with being up to date.
Okay. Maybe I have more this year because of the podcast, but...
True. No, but as a regular
fan, happy things.
As a regular person, yeah, you want to see just the happy things. But
that's why you become a Dodger fan, right? If you know what, if anyone thinks baseball is boring, become a Dodger fan. They're not boring.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see what they do at the trade deadline.
Yeah, what do you think we're gonna do? Do you think they've got some like big ideas? I mean, you mentioned the one. But...
Well, it's not just Skubal they're gonna go after. It's Skubal and take Javi Baez because he has a really big contract with them right now, and how they're gonna make Detroit give us Skubal, because why would they want to give him up? Would be to take Javi Baez too and take on his contract, which is like $80 million or something.
What, and Adam's Adam, like, with what money at this point?
What, Adam? Why are you laughing at me?
I love Javi Baez, but good luck with Javi Baez.
Yeah, but they're not even going to use him. He's going to just be on the trade so we can get Skubal. I think we need a great starter. We do a postseason game 2, game 3 starter. And I think we need some youth. We have so many veterans, and it's great, and they're reliable and consistent if they're not getting injured.
Yeah.
But I think we need some youth sprinkled into our team.
2 teams that are in interesting positions, the Astros and the Rangers. 2 pitchers that you could use.
Oh, you know who was on the... I'm going to really mess up his name, but I'm going to... Nathan Eovaldi.
Mm-hmm. You did good.
That's not who I was going to say, but Max Scherzer, Justin Verlander.
Yeah, Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander on the Astros.
I can't see us going for those, but
Nathan Eovaldi
is someone that I've heard
he's with the Rangers.
I've also heard them talking about Randy Arozarena.
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
Well, Randy Arozarena. Yeah.
Don't question yourself, Melissa. I got this.
Just like
it's my self-talk.
Of 22. Exactly.
Yeah, those are some names floating around. What's his name that I shouted out when we did our episode, Adam? Who did I say I wanted them to get?
I don't remember.
Oh, come on, you do too. Tommy Pham.
Oh.
His name's still getting tossed around.
Where is he now? Is he still with San Diego? No.
He's on the White Sox.
Okay. I was going to say he's not with the Padres anymore.
Bo Bichette. I don't think they're going to trade him. So those are the names I've heard a lot of talk about with the Dodgers.
Okay. Well, but do we need... I mean, I guess Bo plays shortstop,
No, I
right?
think we were really worried about the shortstop
I was gonna
position,
say, do we
but I think
need
we're
Bo?
good right now. Mickey
I
Rowe
think
is
pitching
incredible.
is what we need more.
Yes. Please, Dodgers. We don't need a shortstop. We're good.
Mickey's been doing fine, I would say.
We need pitching.
We need pitching because
I think we could use a bottom of the
that
lineup
has
guy
to
too and
win
some outfield.
games.
Like some outfield help maybe. But pitching. If they only go after pitchers, I'd be happy with it.
Why do I feel like every season we start out with incredible pitching staff and then we are the most depleted by the end of the season? Like, I feel like pitching is what has always killed us. Although last year in the playoffs, our bats went beyond cold, and so it wasn't just pitching.
I know it's interesting, but also the pitching injuries are up, and also pitching is different now. Pitchers aren't going as long as they used to, so we're having to use more bullpen guys, and then they're getting
throwing
injured.
100. Did you realize that in the All-Star game? Like, it's just one guy after the other that just throws 100. That didn't used to be the case. That wasn't always the thing, and now it's just normal.
Hope 22-year-old Skeens can make it last.
Yeah, dude, like, I don't know. Figure out how to become superhuman.
Yeah.
I'm Tony Stark, get a robot arm. I don't know, do something.
Maybe he should try to use the javelin.
Well, yeah, but Yamamoto is currently on the IL, so is that
I would like to ask him.
give?
I would like to ask him about what's contributed to his injury, and if he still thinks the javelin. I mean, when you think about it, the way that he's using the javelin seems like it would be helpful for his arm.
You would think it would.
He's also playing with a different ball in Major League Baseball for the first time, so there's a lot more.
No, there's a lot more details that go into it, and I also don't know. I don't know how strenuous. Like, I guess that's not maybe the right word. I don't know how many pitches, like, every 5 days he was doing prior in Japan. Just because I don't really know how different the game is over there versus here.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But I was like, is there an uptick in his usage, and is that a part of why? I don't know. But
well, I would love to ask him.
Love for him to get better soon. Hey, look, all you guys that are on the IL, I mean, hopefully you were working very hard to get back. But if you're ever bored, come by.
Yeah,
we have lots of questions for you.
You can screen twisters.
We will put it on.
Make it happen.
We'll put it in the conference room.
Okay,
for
so
you.
we've been, speaking a little poorly about our team and how we're a little disappointed in some of our guys right now. So let's spin it positive.
We love our dudes.
I'll say Austin Barnes has a 7 or 8 game hit streak, and you know what started his hitting streak?
What?
Dave Roberts saw him at bat and went up to him when he was in the on-deck circle and gave him one note and just said, like, stand up a little taller. He did that.
Good posture.
Did that.
Fix
7
everything?
games. I love to see him doing well. I really do. I love to see him on base. And I think Kike has been doing great defensively and offensively.
Bravo, Kike.
And friend of the podcast, Gavin Lux got a homer the other day.
Yeah, he did. I like that you just called him friend of the podcast. That's fun.
Well, he's like,
He's friend by association.
Yes.
He is friend once removed.
Uh-huh.
We like it. We like it. We are, we're not unknown to him, I would say.
Well, at least we can think that Gavin and Alex know about our podcast.
There you go. That's something to look forward to and be proud of.
Yeah, and maybe they'll tell the other guys.
Tell the folks. Tell the folks at home. It's a good time. What else positive? Because, they, we want to...
I thought we've been getting some bottom of the lineup help, which is really nice.
Yeah.
I love to see Kike doing well. I think he's made some great plays at third base, actually.
He has.
And Max Muncy has been out for way longer than I thought, and I really miss him.
He's been out for a long time. Speaking of another person that was pretty integral in our team.
You know what I thought was interesting that Molly said to us?
Been here in a while.
And is cool to think of from a player's perspective. Like, even when they're striking out, they're walking back to the dugout, and sometimes they're probably mad at themselves, but other times they're like, okay, well, that was a good at bat.
Yeah. Or it was a learning experience. Or it was a good at bat because like there was nothing.
I had nothing to hit.
There was nothing for him to hit, and they were patient, and that is something that I've always loved about the Dodgers, for the most part. And speaking of the ringleader of it, Max.
Yes, exactly. That's what made me think of it.
Always been very patient at the bat. Like it's always about get it to the next guy. Like just get on base, get it to the next guy. Don't chase things. Don't swing at stuff that's, outside the box, and be patient.
But I think our team is known for that, for being, a really hard at bat. We're not going to make it easy on you.
Yeah.
We're going to rack up your pitch count, and that's what Max does
the game quick.
Particularly well. Even if he is getting a strikeout, he's really making the pitcher work for it.
Even when he wasn't doing great as far as like, what was it, last season or season before, when he just like wasn't having a great year, batting average wise, his walk rate was still incredibly high.
Isn't he always like one of the top walks?
Yeah, he is.
At the end of the year?
Which I love.
I love to watch Freddie. I was just going to say, I love Freddie for so many reasons, although I am a little mad at him at the moment.
We are disappointed in him, or at least I am. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
I guess I can't be mad because I don't know exactly the reason.
Exactly. It's like we don't know these people. We don't know what may have come up, etc. But it's just disappointing.
I just felt bad for Teo.
I know. That's really what it is.
That's really especially just to see all the other teams.
I know.
Stay.
Have all their
the
buddies
entire
there.
time. Again, we don't know, so we're disappointed. But I was just gonna say, players have all different types of things they do when they hit a homer and they do a bat flip, this or that. I love watching Freddie, especially when he gets a walk, because he just is just like plops the bat down, goes on his merry way, is just so nonchalant about it all. And also, can we just, before we play the game, Charlie Freeman.
Once again, kid has the best life.
Charlie Freeman.
Mark my words, that kid's going to be playing in the major leagues when we're old and gray.
What dreams do you have? Like, people you want to meet. He's meeting them all.
I know.
This is normal for him.
I know. He's going to have a real skewed sense of reality.
The photo wall of his house with all these pictures from even just the All-Star game. Yeah. It's incredible.
Yeah. It's every little boy's dream, truly, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Or most little boys' dreams, probably.
It's really cool. I love watching Freddie and Charlie.
Even
Shohei and Charlie.
I know. Shohei and his dog Decoy.
Inside his jacket.
His outfit. I loved it. That was great.
I like seeing what the players do to spice up their outfits.
Yeah, to make it more personal, which is fun.
I thought that was cool. I thought his wife looked beautiful.
She did.
All of our Dodgers
looked great.
And their wives all looked great.
You want to know a hot take I have?
Tell me.
I think softball is so inferior to baseball. I'm sorry. I have to say it. Baseball is it's so much better than softball. It's not as good. And I can say this because I played a pickup game of softball last week. I filled in.
Okay.
Nick and I did down in Manhattan Beach with some friends. And it was fun. Don't get me wrong. But there's some of the stupidest rules that
Did they throw it up high? And
you have to throw it like this.
That's the stupidest thing ever.
You're not throwing a ball at that point. You are playing hacky sack. Like, you're playing cornhole. That's what you're doing. You are cornholing a ball. You're not throwing a ball for someone then to hit. I am proud to say that I did, get on base, and I did, hit the ball twice.
Nice.
And I scored a run and stuff. So that was fun. But you start with one out and one ball and one strike already. And I was like, I'm sorry, WTF? Why?
What?
So you only get 2 strikes technically. And
why?
I don't know. And you only play 4 innings. Because I guess I just want the games to end quickly.
On?
I don't know. I knew nothing about this. I just showed up.
The only time that I subbed and the ball was going, when they were throwing it up like that, I couldn't get over it, so I wouldn't shut up about asking why they threw it like that. And I think they
know
almost
why?
threw me out of the game because of how annoying I was with the questions.
Did you ever get the answer as to why?
No, that's why I kept asking, because no one was giving me an answer that satisfied me.
Thank you. Well, I am.
Did you get the answer of why?
No, I didn't. And I'm utterly annoyed about the fact that you start with 1 ball, 1 strike already. And if boys get all balls with no strikes, it's a double for them, automatic double for everybody.
Are they
that's
just
out
making
there.
up rules?
Must be. But if a girl is the one who does the same thing, it's just a normal 1 base. You just walk to first. You don't get to walk to second. And I was like, well, that's sexist.
Okay, who do I need to talk to about this?
Somebody down in Manhattan Beach Ball Club organization. I don't know.
Give me their number.
But all to say, Nick has always told me that he hates softball because he just thinks it's not as good as baseball.
Why is Adam laughing back there?
I don't know.
If you say something
I might be getting
obnoxious,
myself in
I'll
trouble.
come back there and take those sunglasses off your face and step on them.
Look, I might be getting myself in trouble. And here's what I will say. Softball, like real like women's softball where they actually like throw the ball hard, that's different, I'm sure. I don't actually.
That's what I'm laughing
No.
about. I'm laughing that we're comparing Major League Baseball to rec league softball.
Yes, I am. I'm comparing rec softball to Major League Baseball, and the comparison is just
Baseball's way
impossible.
better.
Baseball is so much better because you don't have to throw like a U in the air, and you don't start with all these stupid rules. Ugh, just baseball will always win.
That
Nick has
sounds
always said it,
ridiculous.
and I'm always like, well, I don't know, like softball's got to be cool too. Well, no, not since I played 1 game of it.
You never
Disagree.
played softball?
No.
I played for a while. My
didn't.
sister and I both took pitching lessons with my dad.
Like I said,
it was very
I was
intense.
deeply embedded into competitive cheerleading, and that was pretty much my entire life.
Yeah, that's when I stopped softball, and Sam continued.
Nice. Okay, well, that's my second soapbox for the night.
We did already
Yeah.
cover some of the things that our followers responded with.
Yeah.
It's fun to see why people love baseball and what they gravitate toward.
Yeah.
And for someone like me, you know, there was a quote that Oral Hershiser said on the broadcast while Mookie was on it, and I really enjoyed Mookie on it.
He did such a great job. Look, he's got a career, I feel like, in the booth when he's done. When he's ready.
He's really setting himself up.
Yeah. When he's ready to hang it up, we've already seen his podcasting skills, his influence on Adam, obviously. But
Still has the sunglasses on.
He's got a career.
But I
a
really
future ahead
enjoyed
of him in that.
hearing the questions Mookie was asking Oral,
Yeah.
like pitching questions, and he was great. I didn't mean to watch the entire game,
know.
but he stayed on the entire game,
I didn't
so I
think he'd
watched
stay
it.
in the booth the whole time.
But anyway, what I was gonna say, and I even wrote this on my whiteboard at home. Oral said, "You love the player, and then you love the game," and that's exactly how it is for me.
I love that.
And you know something my uncle said that was so sweet, and I actually recorded him saying this when I was home in New Jersey, and I have to post it because I asked him why he loved baseball, and he said it like brings him back to when he was a little boy, and it connects you with yourself.
Yeah.
And that's so true.
It's the human connection. It's stuff we say all the time when we're making movies. It's the human, like to your point, the player makes you love the game. Players make you love the game, and then you fall in love with the game because of these people. But it's that human connection that gravitates you to it in the first place and draws you in.
He also said it's
never let you go.
Something that his kids and my cousins will always go to with him. But besides that, when he said that, I'm like, wow, Uncle John,
That's
that was a
really deep.
nice moment.
That's really deep. Was that this recently?
Yeah.
Because you just went home. How was being home? Let's finish off on that. How was
It was really nice.
Time
It was great.
family?
It was really great. We had one epic night where we're going to make this a tradition that we celebrate Justin's birthday every year.
Yeah.
And so this would have been his 41st birthday. And we ended the night in the most perfect way by playing a huge game of wiffle ball with everyone in my family.
love?
My aunts and uncles played.
But you never got a hit.
It was
'cause you were
pitch
angry?
black. You couldn't see anything. And we all had been drinking all day.
Yeah, that.
It was really funny,
doesn't
but
bode
we
well.
all were just having a blast. Every single one of my family members got involved. It was so much fun. Kids are running around. We really couldn't see anything. Something I'll remember forever. It was honestly like one of the best nights.
It's a beautiful tradition. I love that you guys are making that a yearly thing.
Oh, and it was decorated with Met stuff everywhere.
How did you feel?
But you know what's so nice, and just always I love being around my family because they all love baseball. After the Mets game was over, they found the Dodgers game for me.
Aww.
And put it on.
They're looking out for you too.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yep.
You know what we didn't accomplish?
What?
Keeping this under an hour.
I know.
Well, better luck next time. We'll try again.
All right. Who do you miss?
I just want to wish our listenership a happy Lou Boudreau Day. On July 17th, in 1941, Lou Boudreau, he fielded the ball that ended Joe DiMaggio's 56-game winning streak.
And that is your reminder to go play Beat the Streak.
That's a fun fact from Adam today.
Oh, look at that. We're all around here with some fun facts. And yeah, we'll try again next week to be under an hour. And we're going to have a fun, different special guest next week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to get the fans involved.
Yeah, we are. We have some exciting plans ahead. Mm-hmm. And we have another fun guest that we won't talk about yet, but happening in August.
More exciting guests.
We have a bright future ahead of us, guys.
So today I
already missed Trey, I told you. I miss Trey. I don't think we've said him yet.
Stole mine.
Oh. Well, you technically did ask me, so I had to give an answer.
I'll say Shelby Miller, who I mentioned before.
There you go.
Because we saw him
who I forgot who that was.
I liked him when he was on the Dodgers. And
I forget that he was.
That's all for today.
That's all she wrote, folks. Bye.
Bye.